Welcome, everybody. I'm Anna, and you might notice I'm not the face on the screen. Catalina couldn't make it, so I'm stepping in. I work at Rutgers, and Rutgers has been a partner of Liliana Fons on the Body Talk program, which we're going to talk about today. I'm delighted to introduce Marieke van Gerwen, who is the SRHR advisor at Liliana Fons. So I don't need to tell you about the value of CSE for young people who rarely get to discuss sexuality and relationships at home, at school, or at with healthcare providers because of taboos and stigma. But for young people with disabilities, they face an extra layer of taboo and stigma, including harmful myths like that they can't become parents, or that they lack sexual desires, or that they're not capable of love. The Body Talk program addressed this challenge head-on, and one of the things they did was to create a disability-inclusive CSE manual, which we're going to talk about today. So, first of all, Marieke, can you explain a bit about the context in which the manual was created?
Yes, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, so I am indeed Marieke. I am SRHR advisor at Liliana Fons, and we are an organization focusing on disability inclusion. And I'm focusing specifically on the SRHR side. And back in 2018, Liliana Fons, together with NLR Indonesia, started a project on SRHR with the intersection of disability inclusion. And it was a very successful project, but we also noticed that within this project, it came forward that there was just so much more need for the for more attention within the disability sphere to SRHR. So we started a second project that was more internationally, and we collaborated with our local partners who are RCI Vietnam, the Northville Foundation in the Philippines, and again with NLR Indonesia. And we figured that it was time to focus specifically on a comprehensive sexuality education project, because we know that when we talk about comprehensive sexuality education, it's rarely the case that when it's even given, because of course comprehensive sexuality education in itself is already quite a taboo, you rarely see that information within the CSE is about disability. And you also, on the other hand, also see that when the information is given, it's not given in an accessible way. So within that context, if there is CSE information given, doesn't reach the person with a disability, and especially youth with disabilities. So we noticed that during the first project, and then during the second project, we gathered with our partners, and we also thought, okay, we need to collaborate with an organization that has a lot of expertise on this topic. And so we came to Rutgers. Together with Rutgers and our partners, RCI, Northville, and NLR, we started the project back in 2021 already. And this year we successfully rounded it up. And out of that came the Body Talk manual. So we felt that because the partners were experiencing so much within the field, and well, Rutgers has a lot of expertise on CSE, and we have a lot of expertise together with our partners on disability inclusion, that we had to gather all of our information into some sort of product. And so we found that we made the Body Talk manual, a disability inclusive SRHR manual, CSE manual.
Great, thank you. And can you tell us a bit more about the content of the manual?
Yes, absolutely. So at Liliana Fons, we have a core strategy. I have the version of the manual here. We have a core strategy called community-based rehabilitation. And we kind of wanted to put our idea of community-based rehabilitation in the context of CSE. And community-based rehabilitation basically says that the child is, you can empower a child, but if the environment around the child is not also empowered, and if the stigma is not gone there, then there's not much use of the empowerment of the child only. So we said that within this manual and within the Body Talk program in general, we want to focus on different types of stakeholders. We want to empower the youth with disabilities themselves, but we also want to involve their parents, their healthcare staff, their teachers, and the wider community stakeholders. And this you can also really see in the manual. So it's really a training manual. and it has training modules. I don't know if I can show it, but, well, no. Let me just explain it a bit. So the training modules really have sort of a core module that you can follow, and it also has some specific tips depending on which stakeholders you're training. So if you're training teachers, then there's some specific tips in there, but if you're training parents, there's some certain things that you should do differently, and these can also be found in the manual. So it took that lens of having CBR, so community-based rehabilitation, with all of these stakeholders. It included those within the manual as well.
Fantastic. That holistic approach sounds really, really valuable. You told me before that you'd brought something, or rather someone, that you would like to introduce everyone to. Maybe you could tell us a bit about that.
Yes, absolutely. So the Body Talk manual is a part of a toolkit, and many tools have been designed in the project, and well, our expertise and all of our knowledge is gathered in this manual, but also the partners have developed some tools, and I would like to introduce you to someone. She doesn't have a name, so if somebody has a suggestion, I'd be happy to take in some suggestions. But this is a doll, indeed, that is used within the training, and it's used in various ways. It's mostly used for youth with intellectual disabilities, but also for other types of disabilities, it's quite useful. And you can see it's used for explaining different types of body changes. So, for example, you can see here that she has a pimple. Well, I feel always a bit awkward to get her naked, but she also has pubic hair, she has boobs, all of that. And what's especially interesting, I don't know if I can you maybe hold my mic for a sec? She is giving birth. So there we go. This is the baby, and it's especially interesting to explain these types of body changes to youth with intellectual disabilities. And other types of disabilities as well. So this is really used for that. And also you can see within this, when it's used for trainings, that sometimes when youth with disabilities have experienced sexual or gender-based violence, that also helps to use this doll for cases to come out. So this is something that I wanted to show you, and that has been a really great help. And our partners have done a really great job in making all of these tools. And well, this has been capitalized within these dolls and also within the manual.
Thank you so much. And I think we have up here on the screen, we've got the QR code where you can download the manual. Yeah, I really recommend everyone to have a look at that and to share it with anyone that you think might be interested working on young people with disabilities.
Yes, thank you very much. And final thing, maybe, yeah, here's a QR indeed, but for those of you that are watching this video, I'll make sure to post also a link to the website. Thank you very much.
Thank you.